Someone is selling a bag of air from Kanye West's Donda listening event. A Kanye West fan is selling a bag of what they claim is air from the rapper's recent listening event for his long-awaited new album, Donda. On Thursday night, West took over Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium to preview his 10th album. Playing the project, which includes a new collaboration with Jay-Z, to a packed house, one fan in attendance is now trying to make some money from the event. An eBay listing for user IamCanon16Cans, who has 100% positive feedback, is doing the rounds online, as it claims to be selling air from Ye's listening party. The starting price for the Ziploc bag full of oxygen from the event is $3,333. The listing, titled Bag of Air from Donda's Drop Last One Official Kanye West, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, includes an image of a small plastic bag being held up at the event. The bag features a label that reads, Air from Donda Drop. There's 5 late, well, this is past, you guys, because I'm a few days late reading this. There's 5 days left to bid on the bag of air, which currently sits at $2,125.01, with 6 bids made in total. You can get your bid here. A number of similar listings have started to pop up on eBay, but IamCanon16Cans appears to be the most in demand. This isn't the first time a Kanye fan has tried to make some cash from selling bagged air from one of the Chicago musicians' events. In 2015, someone made over $60,000 from an eBay listing selling air from Ye's Yeezus tour, according to Rolling Stone. Wow, that's interesting. The press release originally stated that West's new album would be released on Friday, July 23rd via Good Music Def Jam Recordings, but in true Kanye fashion, the album did not materialize on said date. Kanye West will move the release date of Donda to August 6th, the boy tweeted yesterday, July 26th. Thanks for your patience. He wants to give his fans the best possible product without rushing anything. He loves y'all with all of his heart. God bless. Donda, respectfully. At Donda number 1, Kim Wore This by Rick Owens. Look at the flight suit. Interesting. 369 type interesting. Many of you who are familiar with mind control and how it works are also familiar with the movie I Pet Goat. I Pet Goat 2 by Helios. So in I Pet Goat, if you watch the movie, it's a 7-minute breakdown. It pretty much tells you everything that's going to happen in life. I wish I was joking, but it really is there. Now, in I Pet Goat, you may recall during 9/11, the book Bush was reading was Pet Goat, and he was holding it upside down, ritual, when the towers were hit. So you can see when danger is afoot and when programs are abound, because that's when MK Ultra seems to go around. Kanye West allegedly used a body double at second Donda listening party. Kanye West puts on an amazing show for his second album listening event on Friday night. The Donda album release took place at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and has since been the subject of discussion online. The 44-year-old rapper performed an updated version of Donda and pulled off some more impressive theatrics, including floating off the stage to end the show, for instance. But it wasn't Kanye who floated off into the night, it was a stunt double. A fan managed to film Yeezy floating away. Here's the moment. West was center stage with spotlight shining on him when he made the daring move to lie on his back and float above the stadium by the use of a wired apparatus. With the song No Child Left Behind playing in the background, Ye slowly levitated out of the dome of the arena from where fans watched in awe and disbelief. One fan called the moment iconic, while another dubbed him the greatest artist alive. Interestingly, Scapegoat 2 was also released one day before my birthday, June 25th, which makes me think of the Doomsday clock. If you remember last year, because of the CV, it was put on hold. That's because it was a leap year. A leap year is over. You know, interestingly about that Canon's purchase, you know, under MK programming, under Alice in Wonderland programming, it talks about Humpty Dumpty and what Humpty Dumpty stood for. Humpty Dumpty was actually a cannon during the war. Silent weapons for quiet warfare is real. The signs are in front of you. Can you see them? And do you have a seal? Interestingly, the music done for the Helios 2, a 7-minute movie, was done by the Tanaki Project. Are you familiar with what a Tanaki is? Let's read a little bit about the Tanaki. The fox-like Tanaki appear often in Japanese folklore as shapeshifters with supernatural powers and mischievous tendencies. In their earliest malevolent manifestations, Tanaki assumed human form, haunted and possessed people, and were considered omens of misfortune. Many centuries later in Japan, they evolved into irrepressible tricksters, aiming their illusionary magic and mystifying belly drum music at unwary travelers, hunters, woodsmen, and monks. Today, the Tanaki are cheerful, lovable, and benevolent rogues who bring prosperity and business success. Interesting. If you go to the website, the Heliofont website, and it talks about the perspective of the movie from the director, creator. There's a part in here that says the Christ character in his boat is reminiscent of Ra, the Egyptian sun god, who travels the sky in his celestial boat. In the evening, he descends into the underworld, a sort of death. And in the morning, he is resurrected and lights up the sky. The theme of resurrection was an important motif in the life of the Egyptians. You also see Anubis. Now, Anubis is the jackal-headed god. He's the one that guides people to the afterlife. He used to be called Anapa, or it's close to that. I'm not sure exactly how you say it. He also weighs the truth of the heart of those souls before deciding their fate. Interesting. And then there's Anubis. Anubis is the jackal-headed god. He was the one who would lead people to the underworld. So he also would weigh people's truths and weigh it against a feather. And then depending how it came out, kind of would decide their fate. Anubis is also often associated with Wepawet, who has a wolf's head and is the war deity of Egypt. He is called the opener of ways, as he opens the ways of the armies to move in. When I think of the word Hierophant, different things come to mind. Helios. Helios is seen as both a personification of the sun and the fundamental creative power behind it, and as a result is often worshipped as the god of life and creation. Homer described Helios as a god who gives joy to mortals, and other ancient texts give him an epithet gracious, given that he is a source of life and regeneration and associated with the creation of the world. One passage recorded in the Greek magical papyri says, Helios, the earth flourished when you shone forth and made the plants fruitful, when you laughed and brought to life the living creatures when you permitted.